Hey, great to have you here today, and I got an awesome product if you're wanting to train indoors. A lot of people like to putt in their living room, and I think this thing called the Putt Out is a pretty cool device, and I'll talk about some of the reasons that I like it versus a regular putting mat. And they were nice enough to send me this one for free to try it out. I gotta tell you, I get demos of stuff all the time. I get 50 or 60 training aids laying around in my garage, in my living room, that I never show you guys because I only like to show you the products that I think really are the best, and this one's pretty neat. So the difference here with the Putt Out, number one, is it's really portable. So you can just keep this in your golf bag or keep it in your living room. You can put it in a drawer in your house. And when you're ready to putt, you take it out, you fold it, you put it on the ground, and you're ready to go. So the problem with a lot of putting mats, and I've had multiple putting mats over the years, you know, you put them in your living room, you do some putting with them, you think they're really cool, you're really gonna practice your game, and then they get in the way. You got to put them back in the box, put them in the closet, and then when you want to practice again, you think, oh, well, I don't really want to take the mat out. You know, I won't worry about it. And it just kind of a hassle to have a big 8-foot or 10-foot mat or something like that. So we end up not practicing as much as we should when we're trying to use a mat. With something like this where it's so portable, I really like that about it. One of the disadvantages with this, though, is that it doesn't have a really smooth surface. So maybe if you don't have a smooth surface at your house, then this might not be the best for you. If you got wood floors and that's it, well, that's going to be a little too fast to actually really practice your putting. Another advantage, bring it out to the course, throw it on the green, and you can start to practice your speed as you're working on this. Now, the way it's designed, it's going to roll up this ramp, and then it's going to automatically give me a ball return, and I'm visualizing that this white circle on the ground, it's the exact same size as the cup. I'm just visualizing I'm going to roll it right over the center of the cup, and I like how when I practice this way, it gets me to think about hitting through the hole, but not with a ton of speed. So I'm never focused on the hole itself. I'm more focused on rolling it slightly past the hole on that ramp. Now, I think this ramp is about the perfect size to where it's not going to get you to hit it too far by. I talked a lot in other videos about how when we hit putts, I want to roll them about 1 foot by speed, meaning that if my ball rolls past the cup, it's only going to go about a foot by, at the most 18 inches. And the reason for that is the ball is moving really slowly. If it catches any part of the cup, because it's got some slow speed, it's going to fall into the cup. If it's moving really quickly, let's say it's moving 5 foot by speed, where if I missed it would roll 5 foot by. If I catch a lip, it's just going to lip out. So if you find yourself on the course lipping out tons of putts, a lot of times it's just your speed is too hard. It's not that you have the wrong line or direction. You're actually hitting the cup. It's just that your speed is so fast it's lipping out. That cup gets smaller and smaller and smaller. If you're rolling it 5 foot by, there's only a tiny little sliver of cup that you can hit it into where it's actually going to fall in. So this is great because this ramp isn't huge. You know, it's not a big 5 foot tall ramp that'll just shoot it back to you no matter what. You have to be accurate. You have to hit it really straight, and you have to hit it the right spot. If you hit it too hard, it's going to roll over this. And to even make this even more tough, this is I think the real cool feature of this. This is what separates it from everything else. There's this little hole. I can keep that up. It's going to roll everything back. I can push that hole down, and what ends up happening here is, as this ball rolls up this ramp, if I have the perfect line and speed, it's going to stop right in that hole. And that's about that 1 foot by speed from what I've seen. The disadvantage of that is it is daggone hard. You really have to hit the perfect line and speed to make that happen. But I actually like that for players that are maybe a little bit more advanced, want a little bit of a challenge, because now I get immediate feedback if my line isn't perfect. Not only am I visualizing running it through the dead center of this cup, but I also have to be very, very precise in the exact speed that I want to have it happen. If I'm too hard or too soft, like you saw, that was a daggone good putt. That would have easily gone in the hole, but it wasn't perfect and it didn't pop into that hole. So if you don't like being frustrated, if you want things that are easy, that's not going to be for you. If you want something that's going to be a real challenge, so that I really have to focus, it makes things more difficult, and I work on not only my putting stroke, but my mental game at the same time, this is a really good one for you. So a drill that I'd like for you guys to do, I think will really help you to take this out to the course. If you don't have one of these, just go ahead and throw a cup on the ground, like a circular, sometimes I'll have a piece of cardboard that's just cut out like a circle. But try this out. I want you to first purposely miss a little bit to the right edge. So now that just rolled up the right side of this device. Then I'm going to purposely miss to the left edge. So what I find a lot of times is players will miss to the same side over and over again, and they get stuck missing everything high side, missing everything low side. If I make myself miss right and miss left, I've kind of found my both extremes. I call this variability training. We talk a lot about it on the website. Then once I find those extremes, now I'm gonna find the one that's dead center, right in the middle. I almost got to stick that time. But when I miss right and left, then I can find the center and I get that dead straight putt. Makes it really easy. Same thing for speed. I want you to go ahead, hit one too hard, get it just to roll right over the top of that. Or if you're hitting it on a green, get it to roll 4 or 5 feet past the cup. Then I'm gonna hit one really, really soft, get it barely to the front edge. Then I'm gonna find that middle ground that's the perfect speed. So practice with 15, 20 balls and just go out here and continue to work on that until you find the perfect line, the perfect speed, and you're gonna be able to really fine tune your stroke. Then we can drop it back farther and farther and farther as we're working on this. So the Putt Out, really cool training aid if you want to practice indoors or just have something in your bag to play with. Very precise. So best of luck to you guys, best of luck to your putting, and I'll see y'all soon. Hey guys, hope you all really enjoyed the Putt Out putter. Now, if you want to get even more consistent with your putting, you want to hold more of those putts, I got an awesome bonus video for you. It's one of my best putting videos out there. You're going to get instant access to that. When you click on the iCard, it's going to pop up in your screen. Plus, you're going to get 5 bonus videos from our Top Speed Golf system to help you hit those irons closer, hit those drives farther. That way those putts matter a lot more. So best of luck. I'll see you in the putting video. You're sick and tired of 3-putting over and over again. It's absolutely the most frustrating thing you can do on the green. Well, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how you're going to make a lot more putts and eliminate your 3-putting by doing perfect distance control. If it barely touches this edge, it's going to lip out. There's not enough time for gravity to pull the ball down into the cup. So this cup is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking until you only have this little sliver left in the middle. It's called the string drill. And I'm going to get a 10-foot putt going uphill, and I'm just going to lay a small piece of nylon string on the ground. You want the string to be thin enough to where the ball can easily just roll right over top of that. After we do that, level 2 is going to be from 15 feet away, 5 in a row from 15 feet below, 5 in a row from 15 feet above. You don't have to do all these in one day. If you want to break it down into several days or several weeks, that's fine. And then advanced, we want to get to that pro caliber level